Good morning, everybody. What is happening? What is going on? Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is a beautiful day here in Phoenix, as you saw from that pool shot. But today we are going to go through some comments, go through some questions. We're going to start on the Instagrams and work our way to the YouTubes. All right, first off, Ebbet with lots of T's. You asked how many meets do I think that I'll be competing in next year. Hopefully the Olympic trials, probably one meet before that and then a meet before that. So 4 meets plus 1 international meet, whether it's the Olympics or another one like that. So, and then a couple indoors, maybe 4 indoors, 3 indoors. So total of 8 meets next year. Really not that much. Pretty low. Maybe a few more outdoors actually if I don't. I guess that's just going to be multis next year. Maybe I'll do like 8 multis total, which would be a lot. But we'll see. Most likely it's going to be like a lower number. Ben Domingo 123, who won the giveaway? I'll announce it at the end of the video. A. McKinley, I know you actually already won the giveaway, so I'll announce that one. Congratulations. And I also saw your comment on the YouTube video, so thank you. So your question was also, how do you balance training in high school as well as school? So in high school it's a little bit different. It's pretty easy actually. I only trained when I was at practice. Everything else was kind of on my own. I would only focus on one sport at a time, so I played basketball, and then I obviously ran track. And so when I was focused on track, I was focused on track, and when I was focused on school, I was focused on school. So when I'm at school, I'm focused on school, doing as much as I can to better my education and try and get into university that I could choose. Because no matter how good your athletic ability is, if your grades don't back up some sort of intelligence, then you're not going to get into university anywhere. So that was kind of a big deal. And then as far as the actual training side, I really only did stuff at practice. Like track practice shouldn't take a long time. Track practice can take like an hour and you're done. Like literally, like you warm up, you can get fully warmed up in like 30 minutes if you do it correctly and do it properly. Stretch for like 15 minutes before you get there, get after it, and then the workout shouldn't take more than 45 minutes, even if you're doing like a long rested like short interval workout. It shouldn't be anything crazy. And then like a cool down. So maybe max 2 hours of your day, and 2 hours out of your day is nothing. It's really crazy. Like if you want to be successful, you'll figure it out. High school is not that hard. College is a little bit different. There you have to balance like tutors, your actual schoolwork, going to classes. The amount of homework that you get in college is ridiculous. And then also your sport. And your sport, they demand more of you than you can even, like, they demanded more of you than a full-time 40-hour-a-week job did, depending on like actually being at practice, and then also the team functions, team meetings, all that stuff. Yeah, it's fun, and it's like, it's not an actual job because you're doing it with your friends, and but college is way different than high school. Gunner Block, you get to have lunch with 3 people, dead or alive. Who are you gonna pick? See, I had to think about this one, and I actually read it last night when I was going through the comments, and I think that so this was my thought process. 2 people that I admire, and then 1 person that I think is like very eye-opening. So, or like gonna help me be successful. So the people I chose were Barack Obama. I mean, why wouldn't you pick him? He's a freaking legend. And then Muhammad Ali, just because he's like a hero of mine as far as sports the world goes, and I think it'd be amazing to pick his brain. And he's talked to millions of people and learned all of their knowledge, and he was like a very humble guy when he needed to be, so I'm sure he actually listened to it and learned from it, and I think that that'd be kind of interesting. And then I had trouble figuring out the 3rd one. And then probably Elon Musk. 1, I love Tesla. 2, I think that his motivation, like there's stories of him literally like sleeping in the factory because he didn't have enough time to go home and then come back before work because he worked that hard. It's like somebody that can work that hard but then also understand and be so smart on a multitude of levels. I think would be super cool. You'd probably expect me to pick like oh, Albert Einstein, or like some like philosopher from back in the day, Aristotle. But it's like, why talk to them? They're not in today's age. They have no idea what's going on. Like, why would I? That just seems like a waste of time. Muhammad Ali, yes, because he was basically living in this time, and then also was a just amazing human. And then Obama, obviously. That's kind of self-explanatory. So those are my 3 picks. Great question. Love that one. Bennett, did you get a scholarship for college, and how can you get offers at a high level out of high school? So, did I get a scholarship? Yes, very small. Like, not a lot. And I was top 3 in the country. So, that being said, you have to be very, 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 very good to get a scholarship somewhere, especially at a high level. Like, you can, pretty much anybody can compete at a D2, D3 level, NAIA, JUCO, that kind of thing. If you want to, you can make it happen. Competing at a large Division I school is pretty hard. Or like a Power 5 or whatever the conferences, like Pac-12, SEC, ACC, like the bigger conferences, and a Division I school out of those conferences, it's difficult. It's not a matter of like, oh, if you reach out to the right people or you know the right people. It's like, you either have the times or you don't. And it's like, there's no like, oh, they ran, like, if you're not running fast, like very fast, like top, like if you're not running like top 10 in the nation, nobody's gonna reach out to you. You're gonna have to reach out to them. And then if you aren't like running even top like 30, it's gonna be difficult, like really difficult. Even though there's so many Division I schools, like, it's difficult. You can do it, obviously. I'm not saying you can't do it by any means. Like, I think every single person, if they set their mind to something, can do whatever they want. But it's a matter of being in the right place at the right time and just getting lucky. My coach, I loved him and still love him, and it was awesome to have that experience. And I reached out to him first, and then he saw the interest, saw my motivation, and then recruited me. And I think it was successful on both parts. Billy Garton Jr. So I was looking at your math problem. If anybody wants to know, it goes 2 plus 2 times 3 divided by 2 plus 2 equals question mark. So I was never good at this. I was never good at math. I know it's PEMDAS, but I would do it as 4 times 3, which is 12, divided by 2, which is 6, and then plus 2, which is 8. And I know that that's probably incorrect as far as like the whatever goes, but I'm fine being incorrect in some sort of math, because I'm never gonna have to do something where I have to like do that kind of math. You know what I mean? Like, if I am adding and multiplying and dividing, it's most likely going to be something that's in front of me, or I'm like figuring out like a check with friends. Like, I'm not too stressed out about it. You know what I mean? But thanks for the question. I appreciate it. E3D7V. Favorite track event to watch and why? So pole vault is up there. It's super fun. Just because, I mean, it's pole vault. It's not super often you get to see somebody fly like 20 feet in the air. Plus, I have friends that pole vault at a very high level, so I get to watch them. So that's even cooler. And then, but I would say like one of my favorite events to watch, which probably might be not like the most popular opinion, is the 800. Like, it's such a tactical race, and it happens in like 2 minutes. And like, there can be lead changes, there can be falls, there's pushing, there's shoving. If you actually understand the 800, it is a crazy race. And then just to watch Donovan Brazier just like, boom, drop the hammer with like 600, well, literally like 800 meters to go in an 800, because he just goes off like a rocket. But I think it's like, those guys are studs. So maybe the 800, yeah. I could ramble on about it, but distance events are just fun to watch. If you know like the tactical side of things, like pacing, and then like the pushing and shoving that goes on, if you really pay attention, they're pretty fun. Hendrik Hundel, how often do you train hurdles as opposed to just speed work? So we do speed work after hurdles, even on days that we hurdle. So how often do I train hurdles as opposed to speed work? We're not doing a ton of speed work right now, because we don't really have like a really hard surface to like generate a lot of force into. We can, but we do a little bit more speed endurance and then hurdle, and then do a little bit of speed stuff afterwards. So we're hurdling right now twice a week, and probably doing speed stuff, quote unquote, maybe 3 times a week, as far as like if you count hills as speed stuff, which you definitely should, and then the bounty and stuff that we do as well. Yeah, probably 3 to 4 times a week versus 2 times a week for hurdles, which for a multi is quite a bit actually. Muhammad.video. My favorite director is probably Quentin Tarantino. I like Pulp Fiction. I think it's a cool movie. I like 4 Rooms is a really cool one. He doesn't necessarily direct 4 Rooms, but it's like along those lines. And he just has like this weird style that like, I don't know, it's very simplistic, but also when you like actually dive into it, it's crazy complex. A lot of them are like not necessarily kid movies, so maybe don't check them out if you're not old enough, to the other audience. But Quentin Tarantino is pretty cool. He has a lot of good stuff. Charlie Garino. If you had to be super good at one event, which one would it be? Probably javelin. Javelin or pole vault. I think they're the most fun events to do individually. Actually, maybe long jump. I wouldn't pick like the 100 or the 400 or anything like that. That just doesn't seem like, maybe the 100 actually. But I would pick something shorter, less beat up on your body, make a lot of money for like not doing a ton. I probably wouldn't choose the hurdles. It's kind of a lot to train for. Maybe the 100, honestly. Like to be like top 2 in the world in the 100 and run like 9.7. Like that'd be pretty cool. Like you're one of the fastest people ever. And then javelin, I would pick javelin just because I love javelin. I think it's super fun, but my body would hate me for it. Pole vault, I think it's super fun when it's going correctly, but it can be super stressful and takes a lot of training. So probably the 100. It'd be the easiest, to be honest. And then if you're fast, depending on how fast, you make a lot of money for doing less than 10 seconds of work, and you can race a ton. And can you imagine if I got to race like every weekend and travel all over the world and film these videos all over the world? Speaking of which, we are traveling next week. You guys are gonna love it. And now we go to the YouTubes. Also, we hit 7,900 subscribers, so we're only 98 subscribers away from 8K, which is crazy. So that means you guys are doing considerably good work sharing these videos. So if you didn't know that if you share these videos, you get entered in a chance to win a giveaway. And for a little USATF pin that you can throw on your backpack or do whatever you want with it. And I do send them out, I promise. Gunner, your other question, am I gonna ever put a pole vault pit in my backyard? So I did own a pole vault pit for a while. I got donated it from my high school that I was coaching at the time. And then I actually had it in my backyard, jumped off the roof a couple times, never actually set it up as a pole vault pit, so, which was sad. But then I actually donated it to a group in Bend, Oregon, my hometown, and they still jump on it. So that's actually really, really cool. So I'm pretty happy about that. They got more use out of it than I ever will. And in my lifetime, I plan on having enough property to set up a pole vault pit in my backyard and probably a long jump pit. Because I don't care if I'm 80 years old. I'm probably still going to want a long jump and pole vault and run in the sand. And if not, my daughter can use it as a like play place. It'll be great. Not that I have a daughter. I don't have a daughter. I'm just talking about in the future. I should clarify that before everybody freaks out. Mitch, which is better, Scottsdale or Eugene, Oregon? I think they have their differences. For one, like Scottsdale is one of like the richest places in the United States, which doesn't make sense to me, but hey, Scottsdale's rich. Eugene, not one of the richest places in the United States. Scottsdale, very bougie. Eugene, not very bougie. Eugene, college town. Scottsdale, rich people. I think that they do have their places. So Scottsdale, like if you, I would pick Eugene personally. Like I'm not into the whole like city scene or like partying, drinking, going out, seeing all your other rich friends. Like I like to see all the cars, but that's besides the point. Eugene has nice cars too, because all the people that come over from other countries lease them and then drive them around the streets. So Eugene has nice cars too. I like the green and the rain and all that stuff, and I'll put up with it for like the beautiful days in the summer when you can go hiking and go camping and it's not like 1,000 degrees here. So I would say I personally prefer Eugene. I think that Eugene is just better in general. If you're talking specifically for track and field, that's not even a question. Eugene is the best city in the world for track and field, and I'm not going to even accept arguments on that one. Yeah, I think that I'm a little biased towards the Pacific Northwest. A lot. But I mean, I've really enjoyed staying here in Arizona. Like, it's a great place to mess around. I also appreciate all you guys that comment and say, like, I don't understand why you're not getting the views. I don't understand why you're not having more subscribers or seeing more success. Because I feel the same way. I really appreciate all of your comments, and I literally read every single comment. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, I go through and read every single one. So thank you guys. What were my settings for the GoPro? Obviously, I don't know if you're going to watch this. You're probably just expecting me to comment back, and I will. Most of the time I'm shooting at 24 frames, GoPro color on, and then 4K. I just do that like if I'm walking around or I'm filming like something in the backyard. That's what I'm shooting on. It also allows me to do the Hyper Smooth 2.0 boost, which makes it so that I can get those like follow shots, or the ones where I have the bite mount and I'm doing all the POV stuff. Like that's where the GoPro kind of, it's like the best. If I'm doing the super slow-mo shots like I've done of Freddy or the guys as of late, I'm shooting in 1080p, 240 frames a second, Hyper Smooth on, GoPro color on. That way I can just like take it straight out of the camera, put it in the videos, and it looks beautiful. Matt Lewis, yes, we should get this man a sponsor. I would love a sponsor. Literally anything. Like, I'll take a water sponsor if they want to give me free water. Like, no joke. I'll take whatever. You want to be in these videos? You can own this channel, pretty much, if you pay me. Hong Bing Tang. What events did I do in high school? A question that's pretty much asked every week. I was predominantly a sprinter jumper. I did the 100, the 200, the 400, long jump, high jump, and I dabbled in the throws a little bit. And then by my senior year I was doing the decathlon. So pretty much every event. That's about it. I wasn't very good in all the events, but that was about it. Also, I want to give a shout out to Tia Weston. She's been on the channel for a little bit now. She is an awesome creator, and if you like the camping content or like the redoing of the van content stuff, she's on top of it. She has a dope little van that she's building out, so I figured I'd give her a shout out. She deserves it. She's putting in the work. I appreciate it. There was a lot of you guys that commented the little fire emoji. Decathlon Crow. No, I have never ever tried Frank Hubilarna Kava coffee. I've had kava before. It's not my favorite, but I could try the coffee. Joe McElhaney, the rest on that workout was, so it was 30, 60, 90. We just did walk back recovery on the 30, 60, 90s, and then in between each set we did 5 sets. It was, I think, like between 3 and 5 minutes. We didn't really keep track. It was more just like, okay, we feel good enough to go run again. Obviously we're not going to feel great, we're not going to take full recovery, but it wasn't a bad day. Mariano Runs, I appreciate you commenting hashtag DeckLife. Thanks for reading through all the stuff about me. I appreciate it. Christopher Truong, Del Taco over Taco Bell. Yes, that is an unpopular opinion, and I disapprove of your comment, but I welcome it. We can have a discussion. Nick Shiner, we're going to be doing some camping content here coming up. Well, not necessarily camping, but some different content outside of the general norm of this channel. And that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I answered every question that I could find, so I appreciate all of them. If you didn't know, I do post one of these every Monday, as well as posting another video every single day, Monday through, well, every day, literally every day, every week. And we're getting close to the 8,000 subscriber mark, and we could do a big giveaway for 8,000 subscribers. That's an idea. Maybe some Phoenix Track Club merch, maybe some USA stuff, maybe a hat, I don't know, something, but we'll figure it out for 8K. But until then, keep sharing these videos so you can, oh yeah, I never announced the winners of the giveaway from recently. Sorry for making you guys wait so long. So these are the 2 winners from the commenting fire emoji, and then for sharing the videos we'll go with Matt Lewis. So Matt, reach out to me. Jurgen K. Jurgen, based on your name, I don't know if you're in the United States, but we'll try and figure something out. I don't know if I can ship stuff as well overseas, but we'll figure it out. So if you were either in the 2 videos earlier, or you were one of the 2 people that I just said, feel free to reach out. You guys won the weekly giveaway, so congratulations. Anyways, remember, be nice to people, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, slow down, don't dance too fast, don't forget to share these videos so you get a chance to enter to be one of those people that win. Okay, I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Bye.